Hello, students. I will be your keynote speaker, Mr. Brzezinski, using Keynote here, talking you through another lesson. Go ahead and fire up Keynote. If you don't have it in the dock, you can hold down, click in the background, anywhere in the background of your desktop, hold down Command, Shift, and the letter A, and it will open up your Applications folder, as you see here, and you could simply scroll down and find Keynote in your Applications folder. Past the introduction screen, so we're going to create a presentation and we're going to choose a theme, and you could choose any of the themes. The key here is that you stick with whatever theme you choose, and you're going to allow the artist to dictate what font sizes, colors, styles that you're going to use throughout your presentation. So whatever you choose, go ahead and choose it. I'm just going to pick one randomly. Of course, the first thing that we want to do is save the project. So let's scroll up here and hit the Save button. Command S will also work. Dialog box opens and you want to put in your last name, your first name, and me, because this project is going to be all about you. So you can do me. Now, you're either going to save it to the documents or the downloads, but you want to make sure that you're going to be able to save it to your drive ultimately before you leave here today so that you have a backup copy. I'll show you how to do that now. So I'm in my drive. I go to my drive. I could simply type drive and go there if I have to, or I could go to my waffle over here, click on it, and go to the drive right there. In any case, I'm in the drive and I want to save my document into the drive. So I go to the Finder and it opens up the Finder. I go to Documents, I find my Keynote Me project, and now I'm simply going to drag that into my drive folder down here, where I might need to scroll down a little bit so I can get it not into any folder in particular, but actually into my document. So I click here, I drag it in, it highlights the whole window, and it says drop files instantly, upload them to my drive. I click on it and the dialog box opens over here and it says that it has been completed. If it doesn't say complete, it didn't update. So you will need to save before leaving here again today, okay? So you could do work on this project all day long, all class period long. Before you leave, you want to make sure that you are saving, so you can close this down so that it says X on it, or you can hit Command S once you're in this window. That will save your document, and you can see it has been edited, but when I hit Command S on my keyboard, no longer edited, it is saved as the copy that I want to upload. So I can keep these windows open right here because I have it located. So maybe you minimize these windows now, leave them in your dock. Just before you leave, you can upload that file back to your drive. So maybe I even take this drive out as a separate window like this, minimize it, and then before I'm done here today, I'm going to open up the two windows again and drag the more current version into my drive folder. And it should ask if I want to keep the most updated version, or it'll just see version 2 was the original that I dropped in, version 3. So as long as you can see that your version has been uploaded and complete, you're all set with the most current version. Do that at the end of the period before leaving. Got it? So that you're backed up and saved, because this computer might wipe clean if you log out. Come in. I can find my file. Here it is in my drive. So you can open up your drive tomorrow when you come in to get to your project again. I could also go to Recents to try to find my project. But what I do is I just double click on it. It's not going to say you can show a preview. So I could just download it. And it will open up in the lower part of my window. And then I could just open it up from there. Now I know that the most current version of that project is going to be in my downloads folder. As you will be able to see from here, it's in the downloads folder. So then when I go to upload it back to my drive, after I'm done with my work, I go over here to downloads and I find my file. And after I'm finished working on it, I save, I quit out, and then I drop it back in at the end of the period. So now back to my presentation, okay? So this is what I'm going to put on each slide. On the home slide, on the first slide on the keynote presentation, I'm going to write my name and put in my birthday. Slide 2, I'm going to put in what my friends would say about me. Okay, and then I'm going to add 3 bullets of different things my friends would say. Number 3, I'm good at, my favorite foods, vacation hotspots. So you're going to go through and you're going to just add a slide. So I have my home slide right here. I put in my name. I put in my birthday underneath. I'm not showing you my birthday. How dare you suggest? Gentlemen don't talk about their birthday. Okay, so I have slide 1. Then when I go to slide 2, obviously I'm adding a slide, and it should be an automatic theme. Okay, so adding the slide of this theme. So I'm going to select the slides that show title, bullets, and photo. That's the one I want here. Title, bullets, and photo. Because I'm going to use all of that information. So I click on that, and now I have slide 2. And I'm going to need 5 slides as shown right here. So slide 1, slide 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to duplicate, and I could do that the same way I did on my animation project, which was Command D, Command D, Command D, 2, 3, 4, 5 to match my slides here. So on slide 2, it says my friends would say. So I come over here, I go back to slide number 2, I slide over here, I double click where it says to edit, and then I say, my friends would say. And as you can see, it's using all capital letters. So that's what I'm going to stick with, because the artist that designed this theme already used they figured out which fonts looked best. I want to continue with their font. My friends would say, ... and then go ahead and fill in the information that your friends would say about you. And of course, I mean, I know what my friends would say, but I don't know what your friends would say, okay? And if you misspell a word, okay, it shows up in red, and then you could right-click on it and try to get an alternative spelling over here. Handsome. Okay, you might even correct it as shown right there. This little bit is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, you're going to continue on with 3 bullets on each slide. You can have more, but no more than 6. So I would say from 3 to 6 bullets for each, okay? So I'd go through filling out slide 3, 4, and 5, and then we'll worry about our images. Now that I have all my slides in there and I have the information on each slide, now it's time to animate. So I slide over here to the animate function of my inspector over on the right hand side. So I click on my slide, and then I slide over here to animate, and I'm going to add an effect to my transitions. Okay, I can pick out any one of these, and you could see how it will preview over here, and if I want to watch it again, I could do it again. I could pick out any animated transition between the slides that I want, but I want to make sure they stay consistent for every slide. So I'll go to my next slide, and I'll use the same transition over and over again so that there's no distraction going on when I'm watching my presentation. It's the same transition for every slide. I'm going to add animations to my bullets. So I go over here to slide 2, back up to slide 2, and I'm going to click on my bulleted box, text box. However, I don't need to do any animations for my title. That will be taken care of with the transition. From the first slide to the second slide, my title can just show up. It'll just be there. And then down here, I'll have an animation for my word. So I go to animate and then add an effect, and I can test out the effect, see what it looks like, and I always want to do delivery by the bullet right there. So make sure that every presentation or every slide, your text box with the bullets in it is delivery by the bullet. Choose an animation and then stay consistent with it throughout all the slides. So the first text box with bullets in it will have the same animation as your last one. You don't necessarily have to have build outs, just focus on the build ins.